They set up the entire human race for their gains. So, guys, of course, more information starts to get out. Not that information's getting out. The information's out there. You just have to look for it. But this is in regards to a big pharmaceutical company, Pfizer, that bought another medical company that specializes in Mr. C treatment, cancers. So, of course, Pfizer sets everything up by having people or scaring people into taking an arm ticket they didn't need during the Mr. 19 event. They build up that fear so that people can ultimately be desperate for an arm ticket they didn't need. And they suckered a lot of people into this. I mean, a lot. And we all know the people that got suckered into taking this, and then there were people who were forced into taking it as well. So now we're seeing an increase in Mr. C's all over the world. Here in the United States, there are more people that know someone with cancer than anything else that you ever known somebody. Like growing up, I might have known people, one or two people with it growing up. Now, I think I can throw a rock and hit 7 people that I know personally with it. Now, growing up, you always heard people that might have had it. It was like your aunt that had it, or maybe it was a friend of a friend that had it. But now you know people who are directly connected to you, whether that's a friend or a family member or a co-worker, that is coming down with Mr. C's. And there was an increase, or there is an increase in Mr. C's, as John Hopkins a year or two ago talked about this, and they stated how they saw an increase. And they try to blame the increase on the lack of people going to get checkups, or the lack of checkups going on during the Mr. 19 event. They stated that people weren't going to the doctors, so there was a lot of undiagnosed Mr. C's going on. That was the worst lie in the history of lies. Nonetheless, people, of course, they believed it because they do not want to believe that these pharmaceutical companies put something into our bodies, or forced us to put something into our bodies, or scared to put something into our bodies so that it can create money for them down the line. Now, the company that the big pharmaceutical company bought was called Seagen. Seagen was a cancer therapy or cancer treatment company that specialized in Mr. C treatments or not cures, but they were on their way to making a cure, if I'm not mistaken. But still, we're not going to get to the cure part. We're going to get to the treatment and how this company was bought for $43.9 billion by that big pharmaceutical company, Pfizer. So they buy this company because they saw their technology and they saw where they were headed as far as treating Mr. C's. And they had a very good track record, and they had a couple of drugs that responded pretty well to treating Mr. C's. So Pfizer saw the writing on the wall and said, let's buy this company out. Coincidentally, we have a rise in Mr. C's all over the world. So now, of course, Pfizer is going to make money hand over fist because they bought this company, and now they're going to start selling Mr. C treatments for people who are getting Mr. C's cancers. So a lot of people who are now developing this disease or problem are going to have to go through Pfizer and maybe other companies. They might go through other pharmaceutical companies, but the large pharmaceutical company that begins with a P, people are going to go through that company to get the treatments they need. Now, clearly, they don't want people knowing about fasting and things of that nature, which have helped a lot of patients with Mr. C. At the very least, either shrink it or get rid of it. So look into that. There's a bunch of studies out there on fasting and autophagy, and how autophagy is what can slow down and, if not stop, Mr. C's from growing. And though your body, whenever you're not eating and it's not inflamed, there's autophagy always taking place. More autophagy takes place when you are fasting. That's what a lot of people don't understand. But anyway, that's, again, I don't want to get into that subject. That's for the Angry Pepper Fitness channel. So, as far as this goes, they saw the writing on the wall and they went in on it. And being that they're watching a lot of people get Mr. C's, they saw the increase in 2021 and 2022. They were like, let's go into this company because they have a great track record right now for pushing Mr. C treatments out there that the cancers are responding to. That's the only good thing about it, is that they are legitimately responding to a lot of these treatments. Again, according to their websites and the studies that they release, there are responses to it. The Japanese, if I'm not mistaken, either might have a cure or they're working on something that can shrink Mr. C's dramatically. But that's the Japanese, unrelated to the Seagen company. So anyway, all it is to say, guys, is that they set it up. They created a problem. They created a problem in the human body by having people take something they didn't need, and then they said, you know what? I think we're going to buy this company because we're going to make more money on top of more money. Because with the Mr. 19 event, COVID, they actually made over $100 billion in selling the arm ticket. Now they're flush with cash, with more cash, and they made $100 billion on just the arm ticket, just that alone. Forget about all their other drugs that they have going on, just that alone. And being that they were flush with cash, they bought this company out, and they bought a couple of other companies as well. They even bought a company that's dealing with lung cancers and treatment for that. So again, this is very interesting because we saw this happening. I mean, I didn't see the Mr. C spiking, but I did see people passing away or not making it because of their arm ticket. We even had this lady here, Anne, whatever her last name is, the famous chef with the crazy, was it platinum blonde hair, passed away suddenly. And of course, guys, they're not going to bring that to your attention. And then there was last month or early this month, you had 6 marathon runners that passed away within 2 weeks of each other. 6 of them. Healthy individuals, but were probably all arm ticketed because they did races back in 2021 and 2022. And for a lot of marathon runs, you had to take the arm ticket to run. And these healthy-ish women in their 30s all passed away within a 2-week period. And this was all early this month. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel.